In January of 2017, a financial advisor by the name of Joseph Carbone shared an experience that he had with some longtime clients in Forbes magazine. His clients came to him at the age of 65 and let him know that they'd be retiring a little bit earlier than planned. This caught Joseph a little bit off guard, and he did some calculations for them really quick, since he'd originally planned their retirement at the age of 68. He found that if they retired at the age of 65, that their retirement funds would run out by the time they turned 72. And eventually, his clients decided not to retire at 65 for fear of outliving their retirement funds if they lived to be older than 72 years old. What's your biggest fear? If you had to decide whether you were more afraid of death or outliving your retirement funds, which would you choose? We all talk about retirement and hope to retire someday, but there is some preparation that we need to take in order to be able to retire when we want to and continue living the same lifestyle that we have. My name is Travis Bell, and I have 2 years of experience studying finance. I have 1 year of experience working with Idaho Central Credit Union as a lending officer, and also 6 months of experience as a financial advisor with World Financial Group, where I've worked with financial advisors that have decades of experience helping families prepare for retirement. In preparation for this speech, I've also researched and reviewed the book The Power of Zero by David McKnight, a financial specialist, who gathered financial statistics about retirement over the last 100 years and helps us understand them so that we know what we need to do to prepare for retirement. I will be covering 2 main points in this presentation. The first is that people are not prepared to continue living the same lifestyle when they retire. And the second is that if you create a retirement plan, you can retire comfortably and continue living your same lifestyle when it comes time to retire. The first point is that Americans cannot continue living the same lifestyle when it comes to retirement for lack of preparation. Deseret News found in 2013 that the average American has less than $50,000 in retirement savings, which is startling because typically you need $500,000 in retirement savings to be able to sustain your retirement. An equally startling statistic, according to Forbes magazine, is that roughly 45% of working households have no retirement savings at all. Because people don't have retirement savings, they have to resort to drastic measures to be able to retire when they're not able to work anymore. U.S. News points out one strategy that many people take when it's time to retire or when they want to retire. And what they'll do is they'll sell their homes and go and live in a smaller home. But not only will they move, they'll move to an entirely different city that may be in a different place in the country so that they have lower costs of living. This can be very difficult, but I find it would be even more difficult to live in your children or grandchildren's basement. And the Pew Research Center found in 2008 that 57% of adults over the age of 65 live in a home with their children and their grandchildren. If you want to be financially independent and not live in your children's basement when it's time to retire, it's time to start personally saving for retirement. Personally saving for retirement is absolutely necessary, and you don't need to be employed full-time to start to create a retirement plan. Creating a retirement plan is going to help you succeed in preparing for retirement and avoiding this problem of having to take drastic measures to be able to retire when you planned. The first thing that you can do is learn to budget. And one thing you can do to save money in your budget is setting up automatic transactions that pull small amounts from your checking or savings account on the days that you get paychecks. And it can be a very small amount, but the whole point is to have a savings account that's funding that you don't have to consciously make the choice not to spend the money or have the temptation to spend money that you should be saving on your retirement for something that you actually need. Another thing that you can do is you can cut unnecessary expenses from your budget. So if you spend $2.50 a day on coffee and $2.50 a day on eating out, I'm guessing most of us do more than that, but you can save $5 a day. And if you can reduce spending that money, that $5 a day, 5 days a week, you can save $25 a week, which can help you save $100 a month. Now, if you save $100 a month at an 8% return for 20 years, you will have $58,902.04. in your retirement account. But saving now, so saving earlier, or 20 years earlier than that, will help you big time, and you'll be able to take advantage of the benefits of compound interest. So if you can save $100 a month at 8% for 40 years, so starting when you're 25, you'll have $349,100.78 in your retirement account when it comes time to retire. So if you can start saving now, you can have $300,000 more than if you started saving later. Now, many people say that they will start waiting until they have more money to save, and then they'll save more for a longer period of time. And this is a very harmful mindset to have. I'm going to share an example of Jack and Jill so that you can know how much it helps to start saving now. Jill started saving $2,000 a year for 10 years from the time she was 25 at a 12% interest rate. After the 10 years of saving, she let the money sit in her retirement account until she turned 65. When Jill turned 65, she had $1,553,104.51 in her retirement account. Jack also decided that he wanted to save for retirement, but he got a full-time job at 25 and decided to wait 5 years to start saving for retirement because he didn't have enough money yet and would be earning more later. At the same interest rate, Jack saved $2,000 every year from the age of 30 to the age of 65. At 12%, Jack had $1,071,826.58 in his retirement account. So Jill saved $20,000 and Jack saved $70,000 of his own money. But because Jill saved earlier, even though she saved less, Jill had $481,277.93 more than Jack, who saved longer and had to save more of his own money than Jill. Now you can see that saving more money now, or a little bit of money now, is better than trying to save more money later. Also, many people believe that Social Security is a good backup or a good retirement plan. But Social Security is not a viable retirement plan. And David McKnight proves this in The Power of Zero. The first thing he points out is that when Social Security was initiated, the average life expectancy was 62 years of age, but the average retirement age was 65. So most people died before they ever got to start accessing Social Security. And this way, Social Security was more of insurance against living too long than it was a retirement plan. Also, when Social Security began, there were 42 people that contributed to Social Security for every one person that was withdrawing. So a whole lot of people were contributing and funding Social Security for every one person. Today, there are only 3 people funding Social Security for every one person that is withdrawing from Social Security accounts. Because of this, Social Security may not even exist in 20 years, or it's going to be very, very minimal, and it's not going to be enough to help people retire. So now you can see that saving a small amount of money now can really help prepare you for retirement. If you would like to retire by the time you're 65 and keep living the same lifestyle, then you need to start a retirement plan now or develop saving habits now so that you're prepared to do that. It's never too early to begin saving, and you don't have to have a full-time job to be able to do it. You can start to budget and develop saving habits, and then as soon as you get a full-time job, it's absolutely critical that you start a retirement account. If you have any questions about retirement accounts or budgeting, please feel free to contact me. My email address is belltra4@isu.edu. That's belltra4@isu.edu. I'd be more than happy to meet with you, and I don't charge anything for consultations. Thank you very much.